People don't even understand what really Heartpine is all about. It's just it's a different type of wood. I mean, you can go to the lumber store and buy you a piece of wood and go on about your business, build your little house, you know. But it's nothing compared to this Heartpine wood.
One good benefit I feel like you get with leaving the insides raw is it's kind of able to kind of soak up some of their overtones that is naturally produced by any kind of snare drum. But leaving it raw like that actually kind of natural muffling system. This Heartpine is going to produce a lot of natural lows, so I feel like it's going to give a nice warm sound, and it's going to push and produce a really nice warmth tone. You know, it takes 100 years once it cut, exposed to light, to turn that amber color, that rich amber color. This is no stain. This is literally turned this color by Mother Nature. We left it smooth around the bearing edges so we can cut the bearing edges really perfect. Inside, it's more like a basket weave kind of style.
These buildings, and they're decaying. Well, Michael came up with a great idea. Well, let's reclaim this wood instead of waiting till it's rotten. Is that a word? Rotten? Rotten. How about you no longer can use it? So he's salvaging these old houses, reclaiming them and building drums like a barrel. He makes little blocks, glues them together, and makes amazing snare drums, full drum kits. And there's some of the prettiest drums that you'll ever see, made from this. Right here in the South too. It's a great wood, and it's just being used differently. Because that's where they had to get all these pine trees. They had to go in the forest, and you know, they had to wade through briars, and of course on the way to get a pine tree, you'd always come across a good snack. A lot tastier than the ones you get at Publix or Harvey's, or what's the grocery store around here? Piggly Wiggly. Now, I'm not picking enough to make a meal, but man, nothing better tasting than that. That's called vine ripened, or briar ripened actually, because it's on a briar bush. So what Michael is doing here, he's getting this. Back when they were first settling this country, they needed wood, so they went out and started, you know, going in the woods and harvesting trees like this, building houses, backer barns, bridges, anything there was a use for wood, they get one of these. Long leafy yellow pine. Well, these buildings now are what? 100, 200, 300 years old now? They're all falling down in the South. Everybody's forgotten about. They're just sitting there. Most of them are grown up in bullace vines, and everybody's forgotten about them. And Michael went, hey, we can use this. Because if we don't use it, another 100 years, it's not going to be around. You know, that wood has, what, been 100, 200 years old, just sitting around, so it's had time to even, like a violin almost, you know, it's had time to ripen. And so now you're able to get a tone out that you won't be able to get from say a tree that's been freshly cut.
I mean, look at that right there. It's magic. I mean, if you don't believe in God, you might want to come out here and look at these beams right here.